This is where we stopped last time, and we're going to continue editing our store. So don't worry about the navigation. We're going to do that once we're done with the home page. So down here, let's add something, and then we're going to continue adding more items on the home page. So if I come here and I go back to online store, I can continue customizing the store. Just click on customize. I can add another section, and I just want to add some kind of a text, and that will just act as a separator, and you can also use it as a place to add more information to people that visit your site. So let's see what we have here. Texts, I can add rich text, and it would be something like that. I'm just going to click on select, and we can edit this, and we can just say welcome to Brothers Wear. And I will add some text down here. That's pretty much it for that. If you want to make it wide display, you can do that. It's going to be a wide display, and that's what I want to do. And people are probably not going to read this. This is just a way for me to add more text on the page, and text is always helpful to search engines. And you can change the size. If you do want it to be larger, you can do that and make it larger. I will save, and you can preview that. Let's see. You can leave that, or if you don't like it, you can remove it, but I'm going to leave it there because the more text I have on my page, the better. And make sure the text that you add is easy to read, and it's not too much that it overwhelms the page and overwhelms your visitors. So the next thing that I can add here, I can add a curated list of products that I may want people to look at. So I'll just go back, and I want to add another section, and this time round, let's add something here in collections, and we can add a featured collection. So I'm just going to select that, and you can see this is what it's going to look like. So we can give it any title, and then I can choose a collection from here. I can choose that. This is a manual collection that I created. If you want to see how to create manual collections, you can look at that video that I did about that. And then I'm just going to click on select to select that collection. And then I want to reduce. You can see that this collection by default gives me multiple rows, but I only want to have one with 3 items. So I'm going to take it down to 1. And of course, you can add that button because it is definitely a nice way for you to link to all your products. And you can also change the collection if you do create a different collection, and maybe you want to edit this page in future. You can just come here and change the collection if you want to highlight a different collection. And you can refresh to look at how the page is coming along. So you can see the images are not matching here, but this is something that I spoke about. You can edit your images to ensure that all the images on your site are the same height and the same width. Make sure you have a framework for how wide and how high your images are going to be. They need to be proportionate if you want to have consistency throughout your website. Let me add something to separate this from this. I just don't like how it moves from there to here. So let's add an image. Let's add an image with text overlay. Once I've added it, I'm going to push it to the top. You can add any kind of image that you want to add with the message that you want to portray. Maybe I can add something like support, contact us, or something like that. And it's only for the sole purpose of separating this and this. So I'll select an image. Let me upload an image. I will select the image, and just remember, for every image that you upload, you should always add an alt text. Okay, make sure you add an alternative text. This is very good for SEO. Do not let any image get published without adding that. I'll remove all of this. I can remove that as well. And for that, it can be the button. I want to add a button there, and I can just say something like contact support or contact us. And this is just an example. You can add anything that you want here. Maybe you're linking to a specific post, you're linking to a specific page. That's something that you can do using this. So I'm going to add contact support. And the link, you can paste a link, you can choose a page. I know I don't have any pages, so I'm just going to choose a product. But of course, this is supposed to link to a page, and you can always come back here, delete it, and then add the correct link. So I want to push it so that it can come here. I will just select and then drag, and I will save it once again. And if I come back here and refresh, so you can use a better image, or you can use any kind of message that you want to portray here. So just know that the only reason I've added this is to separate this block from this block. And then here you can just try to build trust. Now for the next 3 blocks, let's try and build some trust. So I can come in here and I will add an image with text. If I come here, I can choose an image with text. And for this, I'll just select, and you can use this just to tell people why you, and try to build trust with your customers. So you can select an image. Make sure the images that you're using are lightweight images so that they don't affect the load speed for your page. So I'm just using this as a sample, but of course you need to use a nice image. And as usual, come in here and add an alternative text. That's very important. Here I'll just say, why us? You can add your text there. And if you don't like the positioning of this, you can change the text, so the text location, and you can use whichever design that you want to use for that. And if you do have a button that you want to link to, you can link the button here. Just add the button text and then the button link there. And I'm going to leave that as such. Here you can also add testimonials. So let's say I come in here and I saw that there's a testimonials block that I can use. I can come in here and just choose testimonials, and I'm going to click select. You can edit every testimonial, add the content for each of this. Just select on an item, and then you add the testimonial and the author of the testimonial. If you come back, you can change the heading, what people say. So there are other blocks that you can add here. Like for instance, if you have a blog, you can add some of your posts, some of the latest posts that you have. So here, just click on blog posts, and I do want the blog post to be before this. So I will take it back, and I'm just going to drag it until it is here. So any blog post that you have, they will get pulled as soon as you start creating the blog posts. And you definitely need a blog. It's one of the best ways to bring in people into your site. It's just a nice way to bring in organic traffic into your website. Okay, let's finalize the page in the next video. I'll see you in the next video when we continue from here.